Today, we take a closer look at yet another Baltany, a brand that, despite making homages only, has grown on me, and I currently own 2 of their watches that will remain in my collection. This Retro Diver, as they call it, is an homage to a vintage Rolex Submariner, but with slightly more original handset. Well, to be honest, only the minute hand is different, but still, it changes the watch more than you think. This was a watch I asked them to send me, instead of the usual way of them choosing what they want to promote. And the reason is their Explorer homage I reviewed. That watch blew me away, and visually it made me more excited than the original Rolex Explorer one I own. The domed sapphire crystal with a matte dial and polished hands and markers just made the dial look so good. I wanted to check if this will give me that same feeling. It kinda does, and at some angles the watch is spectacular, but at the same time it is not on the same level as the Explorer and comes as a bit of a disappointment after that watch. So let's get down to the things that disappointed me. The first one is the thickness. It's not too thick as a whole watch, as I've worn thicker divers problem-free, but rather the distribution of thickness, if I can say it like that. The sides of the case are very large, and being slab-sided with no curves makes for a very bulky feeling case, while the case back and bezel are quite thin. I wish they gave it more of a bubble back while reducing the sides of the case itself. The other thing are the markers that don't have highly polished surrounds like the Explorer has, which makes them muted, and that means it is missing that dial pop the Explorer has. I know this is more in line with the vintage spirit of the watch, but the way the Explorer gained legibility and beauty by making the markers polished while combining them with a matte gilt dial and faux patina lume just blew me away, making me want every watch to be like that, including the original Explorer from Rolex. Lume is yet another thing I dislike. Again, the Explorer homage showed they can make faux patina glow strong, even, and last a long time. But on this, for some reason, the lume on the markers is not on the same level as the one found on both the hands and the already mentioned Explorer homage. And finally, the bezel action. The grip is amazing. It looks amazing, catching perfectly that flat, thin vintage look. But on this example at least, it is way too easy to turn. I will accidentally turn it just by screwing in the crown, which you can even see in my unboxing video. Now, before you attack me and ask me why on earth did I ask for a watch I will hate so much, I don't hate it. It is actually a pretty decent vintage Submariner homage that for the price of under $200 offers great specs and fit and finish. The bracelet alone is well worth it, as is the fact the watch almost has no foreign materials or any noticeable imperfections even under macro. But the Explorer homage simply set the bar so high that I had high expectations from this as well. And nothing is as annoying as not getting your expectations met. With the Explorer 1, I went in expecting something at the level of this, but was simply blown away by it to the degree of liking it more than the original Rolex I own. This is an okay watch, but one you can clearly see was made earlier, before Baltany upped their game in quality and design. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.